Hello everyone, thanks for joining me once again. In today's video, I will give you some examples of Wardriving. First, let me remind you what Wardriving is. Wardriving is act of searching, locating and exploiting connections to wireless local area networks or Wi-Fi networks in short, while driving a vehicle around the neighborhood, the city or elsewhere. And like you already know, the Wardriving is also called access point mapping. There are many real-life examples for Wardriving. I remember that back in the 2011, there was a gang of 3 members driving around the city of Seattle that managed to steal several $100,000. Their car was equipped with the latest wireless technology to crack into corporate Wi-Fi networks. So their goal was to add themselves to companies' payrolls. Sometimes they even would physically break into office buildings late at night to plant a malware which later add them to the payrolls and even give them raises. Another example is again from Seattle. In 2012, another group stole more than $3 million. This time more than 50 businesses were involved because the criminals compromised their networks to obtain personal and business information used for fraud. Their activities included breaking into businesses as well to steal computer equipment, which they used to hack into the company's network. The gang obtained credit card information to purchase high-tech equipment and luxuries that they later sold. The group also hijacked payroll information, unload prepaid debit cards by sending money to accounts they controlled. I will give you an example from even more back in time. The year is 2003. A man from Michigan was searching for wireless networks with his laptop while driving his car around. Finally, he found one and he used it to check his email. But when he tried to surf, he realized that this is a corporate network and disconnected immediately. But few months later, he returned with a real hacker to connect to local networks at stores owned by this corporation. The hacker installed a malware to store customers' credit card numbers for all the stores. So, all the criminals in these examples were sentenced to prison. Let's imagine how many wasn't. Those are some real-life examples for Wardriving. Actually, I had an exercise in the university. First, I need to point out that we scanned networks around the area of the university. But for the real test, I used a university test networks established and provided for this particular exercise. So, we just have started our preliminary drive. And I already registered few weak networks. And by weak, I mean unencrypted networks. So, please make sure to use at least WEP instead of leaving your wireless network unencrypted, because the unencrypted network means that you have nothing. Yes, it means nothing. Even that web is outdated, unreliable, and broken for a long time, it is much better than nothing. However, you already know that the best option here to secure your wireless network is to use WPA or WPA2. There are many free tools that you can download from the internet, such as NetStumbler or Kismet, and crack web networks in few minutes and even seconds. Okay, so let me continue with the story. We were using the Backtrack Linux distribution, which is one of the most popular distributions for penetration testing, along with the Kali. It has more than 350 plus built-in cracking tools, so it is really helpful. I immediately started to see all available networks in the area, how strong the signal is for each of them, and of course what type of security mode is used on each network. I forgot to mention the equipment. I've got a Wi-Fi adapter configured to operate in monitor mode, which allows me to see even hidden networks. I've got also a GPS receiver to map and document all networks locations. Of course, I've been using a laptop, and I've been sitting on the back seat of the car. So, in the end, we returned to the university parking lot. I picked some web encrypted networks already logged by the GPS. I ran the process to crack them, and after a few minutes, the key was found. Like I said, there are a lot of powerful tools for cracking web networks, free to download from the internet. So be sure to use WPA or WPA2. That is all for today's video. Thanks for your time. I hope it was interesting for you. Goodbye.